Every year, hundreds of thousands of people end their life leaving their friends and family, searching for questions, searching for answers. So to help combat the growing tragedy, this week marks National Suicide Prevention Week. It's a time to raise awareness.
Ashley Sharp joins us live this morning to tell us more about mental health and the signs of someone struggling with suicidal thoughts. Good morning, Ashley.
Hey, Sydney, Casey, good morning. Yeah, we are shining a light on a dark corner. It is National Suicide Prevention Week, and I'm joined live this morning by Molly Colley with the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network. Molly, this is such an important conversation to have, and it's oftentimes one that is tough to have. But first, let's talk about some common misconceptions about suicide, maybe some things that people don't understand.
Well, one of the things that we hear a lot is that people are afraid if someone in their life is suicidal, that if they talk to them about it or ask them about it, that it's going to make the person act out or it's going to put the idea in someone's head if they're not suicidal. But the research actually shows that talking to someone about suicide, if they're suicidal, lowers their anxiety and lowers the risk of doing something impulsive. So it can really do a lot, and also it helps form a better relationship between you and that person where they know they can talk to you if they are struggling.
So let's say there is someone in your life who you know is struggling, maybe potentially has expressed that they are suicidal. What's the best way to reach them and to help them?
Well, first and foremost, listening is going to be the most important thing in just hearing what this person has to say. This might be the first time they've ever talked about it. Know the resources that are in the area or nationally, statewide, that you can point them to. And then one of the other things that's really important to do is to have that conversation and ask that question. And if, like you said, sometimes people will tell you outright that they're suicidal. And one of the best things that you can do in that situation is just be there. Don't make the person do everything on their own. Sometimes you might need to go with them to get help, just so they don't feel so alone.
Absolutely. And let's say there's someone in your life who you have reached out to. This is a person who you know is struggling and you have tried to help them, but maybe they're not responding to that help and maybe act like they don't want it. What's a good way to maybe take another step and reach them?
Well, in that situation, it's always going to be important to let the person know that you are there when they are ready to talk, and to reach out and check maybe more than you would with someone else in your life. If somebody is in a suicidal crisis, like if you know they're intending to take their life, it might be necessary to get help sometimes, even if they don't necessarily want it. But another important thing is going to be to take care of yourself and your own mental health, because it can be a really heavy thing to have someone in your life who's having chronic thoughts of suicide. So it can be important to go to groups like NAMI, who support friends and family of people with mental health issues and suicidal thoughts.
Molly, thank you so much. Such an important topic to talk about. If you want some more resources, go to the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network's website. That's tnspn.org. You can also find their hotline as well on that website. Sydney, Casey, we'll send things back to you.
Thank you very much, Ashley. Important information as we search for answers in difficult situations. Ashley Sharp reporting live.